My name is Steve Campbell and I'm an instructor of public transit operators. In this video, I'd like to explore the marketplace for driving simulators for professional training. Before we can investigate the driver simulator trainers, what we need to do is actually understand what we're talking about by getting a little more in-depth into the different options available.
Broadly speaking, there are driving simulators that simply exist on a mobile device or a monitor, through use of a headset, through use of an accompanying wheel and pedal, and within a physical approximation of a professional vehicle. These are general categories. Existing driving simulators for training have multitudes of variations such as multiple screens, different vehicle layouts, and different software interfaces. Generally, some usages of driving simulators include professional driver training and testing, training for critical situations, assessing fitness to drive for return to work drivers, professional driver retraining. This analysis will focus on full professional driving simulators. More expensive driving simulators offer more options and therefore more opportunity for new ventures. More expensive simulators can be programmed with customized scenarios, altered weather conditions, more realistic simulation, and offer integrated training opportunities. As customers, such as transit organizations and military organizations, are increasingly using driving simulators for training, they are also becoming more informed about the effectiveness of driving simulators for professional training.
Studies show that realism counts for transference from the simulator to the real world. Studies also show that headsets limit that transference due to students being very aware of the physicality of wearing the headset versus not wearing a headset when driving. Expensive, realistic training simulators are more applicable to the needs of large training organizations.
The Cube is an analytical framework which provides a way to analyze technological ventures and can emphasize general important characteristics. The Cube framework is introduced in the course material for a UBC course, ETEC 522 Ventures and Learning Technologies. Other Cube business models exist, such as the business model Cube, proposed by Lindgren and Rasmussen in 2013. The Cube framework proposed by this course is easier to apply than Lindgren and Rasmussen's due to the emphasis on analysis rather than modeling, which would require proprietary information to be constructed. The first side of the analysis cube we will consider is type of market. The type of market for driving simulators for training is trades training. The main customers are those that provide training and driving skills. Their end users will include many without any prerequisite skills or knowledge in driving technique or simulator usage. Advanced driving simulator providers offer both content and service. These ventures will provide the hardware as well as the software for driving simulators, but also provide highly valuable integration services as well. Customers for professional driving simulators for training usually will require training on the technical operation of the simulators, as well as guidance in how to provide training utilizing the simulators. Even if a venture provides the hardware and software with minimal margins, there is a great opportunity to profit from offering train-the-trainer services. The third side of the analysis cube we will consider is, who is the buyer? The large driving simulators for training are quite expensive and range in price from nearly $500,000 to over $1 million. Buyers are usually large professional driving operations and frequently public organizations such as transit organizations, all of which could possibly afford the large upfront cost of a full driving simulator. Public organizations are subject to public scrutiny for how they allocate their resources and therefore are eager to make effective use of purchased simulators. Driving simulator ventures can provide long-term reviewable training integration plans as well as value-added services. The full professional driving simulator for training has been used worldwide in countries with varying infrastructure, languages, and internet service levels. The potential long-term cost advantage of using simulators has negated the cost factor for public organizations that can afford the upfront costs. A venture could benefit from emphasizing the long-term cost advantages to help their customers overcome hesitancy to purchase. The international market for simulators supports imports where services or costs are more advantageous than purchasing locally. There are many existing ventures which provide similar products and services. Often, the large public organizations who purchase driving simulators have established procurement processes that require that they take bids from multiple vendors and choose the most prudent source, regardless of locality. A venture could benefit from becoming familiar with corporate procurement details and ensure that they submit high-quality bids. Our final side of the cube to explore is competition. Driving simulators add new possibilities to well-developed learning systems. Stated purposes of existing driving simulator providers and customers are to supplement existing driving training by providing functionality that could not exist without simulators. Simulators allow trainers to create scenarios that would be too expensive or dangerous to recreate in the real world. Scenarios could include collisions with other vehicles or pedestrians, vehicle defects such as flat tires, icy road conditions, and others.